In today's news, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse just dropped a bombshell announcement regarding expanding programmability, or in his words, new programmability in the works on the XRP ledger, which is very big news. And you combine this with what Ripple CTO David Schwartz stated about $16 trillion in tokenized assets by 2030 coming to the XRP ledger, which is huge news. The expansion in Japan ongoing right now, the RLUSD, and so on and so forth. It is all but confirmed in my mind's eye that Ripple and XRP will be bringing trillions of dollars on chain on the XRP ledger, thus sending XRP's price to the moon in the future to come. And now the floodgates are opening, with Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse confirming and posting here, with new programmability in the works for the XRP ledger, something the XRP community has been rightly asking for, and the growing opportunity for Ripple's enterprise products to serve crypto native customers such as Futureverse using Ripple custody, the foundations of crypto infrastructure serving real world use cases are steadily becoming more robust by the day. This is massive news, and this is following on the back of Ripple posting a few hours ago that they are working closely this week with Korea and Japan to strengthen the foundation of crypto infrastructure for institutional adoption. Now, we'll be circling back to Japan in just a moment because the announcements are very big news, but I want to dive a little bit deeper into this programmability expansion coming on the XRP ledger. There will be two new developments, dual advancements if you will, to help improve programmability on the XRP ledger. The first one being the biggest announcement, is the introduction of native smart contract capabilities on the XRP ledger mainnet. It is currently in the research phase, so it's quite early, but this is very big news for a number of reasons. Could you see, smart contracts enable a creation of a wide range of decentralized applications and decentralized finance protocols, which make the XRP ledger more versatile, opening up further opportunities for finance, for supply chain management, or even gaming if they wanted to. That's very big news. This will also increase developer interest, further expanding the ecosystem and bringing more adoption and liquidity on the XRP ledger. And not to mention, of course, smart contracts can also facilitate the tokenization of assets, which, as you remember, I mentioned at the beginning, this is something Ripple CTO David Schwartz mentions in this conference, in this interview, in this video, that we can expect to see $16 trillion of tokenized assets which can jump on the XRP ledger by 2030. Massive news, take a listen.
That I was talking about and what's going on right now. And one of the places where you can see that the most easily, I think, is with stablecoins. The current market cap of stablecoins is around $160 billion, and it's growing so rapidly that that number is, it's going to be obsolete by in months. It's expected to grow to almost $3 trillion by 2028. And this is the next statistic is, I think, the most important one. Remember, I was talking about bleeding over into popular culture. It's great if everybody in the Bitcoin space thinks Bitcoin's great, if everybody in the crypto space thinks cryptocurrency is going to take over, everyone in the DeFi space thinks DeFi is going to be the next big thing. What about people outside the space? 97% of institutional investors believe that tokenization is going to significantly affect asset management. These are people who they're not Bitcoin people, they're not crypto people, they're not blockchain people, they're not DeFi people, they're institutional investors. These are some of the most conservative people in the world, right? And they think that the technologies that we're building are going to revolutionize their industry. That is that bleed over into popular culture. The market value of tokenized US securities alone is $1.5 billion. This is a new space. So that is that number is probably different by the time I get off this stage. And of course, the growth of tokenized assets, $16 trillion forecast by 2030. I think that's probably going to be conservative. It just makes sense to get into these spaces. If DeFi spaces and tokenized spaces are where the investors are going to be or where the money is going to be, that's got to be where the assets are, right? The assets are going to chase the money.
The introduction of smart contracts will further help this goal become a reality. All in all, this will help bring more adoption to the XRP ledger, thus increasing the value and use case of XRP. And the same can be said for the introduction of the XRP ledger EVM sidechain, being the second big announcement that's expected to go live in the coming months. In fact, Ripple has already completed tests where they used the Interledger protocol to send Ethereum across Ripple network, and it was received as XRP in the Ripple wallet. A cross-ledger and cross-currency transfer is what it's all about. This is what interoperability is all about. This is very big news for XRP, and this is why XRP can't remain dirt cheap, and this is the sort of research and information you need to help better navigate and understand this crypto market. There's so much money to be made in crypto right now after all, which is why I created a free to join Discord server where together close to 300 of us are working right now to increase our knowledge to find the true crypto gem to be a part of what will be the biggest wealth transfer in history. We are all learning so much already, so by all means come and be a part of the family. The link to join will be in the description below. So again though, Ripple are currently working on the ground this week with in Korea and Japan. And now I want to briefly cover the massive developments, the expansion if you will, ongoing in Japan right now. Because you see, we have a big deal here, a massive deal here, a partnership between USDC of Circle and SBI Holding of Japan. This video highlights the strategic role of stablecoins in financial ecosystems, and as crypto Evie foreshadows here, this could be the upcoming use case of the RLUSD stablecoin in Japan as well. Take a listen.
The fact that the central banks and the regulators in all of the biggest financial market centers in the world are actively putting in place prudential regulations for stablecoin issuance and operation is a big deal. We're partnering with lawmakers, regulators, central banks to construct the framework that makes these fungible digital currency units work. The same thing is coming in Japan, where they actually have like a foreign currency stablecoin framework and a whole reserve model. So USDC can be reserved for Japanese holders. So basically, you're seeing all these governments stand up these frameworks, and it's a really exciting thing because we're building the internet financial system.
As for the partnership with Circle, a US company, for stablecoins, we also reached a basic agreement on November 21st of last year. Our group also has a bank, which is the SBI Bank. In addition, electronic payment methods, trading operations, assets under application, high price traders, and all of these things must be in place to do this business. We will be the only company with a significant license to handle stablecoins. Then, Circle, Inc., backed by cash and cash equivalents in the United States, will release USDC, the second most stable coin after USD Tether. We would like to buy, sell, acquire, and do other things with USDC in the form of dollars in Japan, in compliance with Japan's high regulations, and we plan to do this in any case.
This is huge, massive news. Circle and Ripple right now seemingly being the two biggest providers regarding the payment sector for this incoming financial shift, and Japan, SBI Holdings, will play a crucial role in helping bring in trillions of dollars onto the XRP ledger in the very near future. As remember, Japan's top bank CEO SBI made it clear that every Japanese bank will be using XRP by 2025, which is just next year. And we can hear a little bit how Japan plans to do this in this video, in this interview here. Take a listen.
Actually, Japan is a very cash-oriented society. Surprisingly, yeah, people think we are kind of advanced, but by the way, I come from Japan, but the percentage of digital payments of all the transactions is actually only 19%. So it's actually kind of national agenda to increase digital payments, and the government encourage banks to innovate so that they can increase digital payments ratio. So now what we are doing in Japan is we created a consortium of more than 50 banks to come together to develop a completely new payments platform or infrastructure powered by Ripple's distributed ledger technology, which basically replaced the existing domestic payments system called the Zengin system, and also can be applied for cross-border payments as well.
And that contrasts with Zelle, which is a fantastic enterprise.
Exactly.
It's built on the existing rails.
Yeah, that's right.
XRP is one of, if not arguably the most undervalued project in this space right now. Its price has been suppressed for far too long. Far too long. And in my opinion, we're at the tipping point right now, the boiling point right now, where the switch will be flipped very soon and XRP's value will explode. $16 trillion in tokenized assets, smart contracts, and so much more. And if you want to know more, then feel free to come chill, chat, and learn much more in my free Discord server. Again, the link below. But remember, don't look short term, think long term, and I'll see you in the next one.